Just kind of like,
Be right here.
if you sit over there, you might not be in the camera. Okay, you straight.
All right, you got it. Show me.
You good? I don't see it yet.
Should be good now.
Yeah, it'll take a minute sometimes to show up.
Yeah, it's up on my end.
Okay, kind. All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers from the Great Millstone, Atlanta Camp. Back at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai with a lesson, New Year's Eve of destruction. All right, we're gonna go into some current events, things that's gonna carry over into this so-called 2026 year. All right, before we get started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachawadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. They're teaching real well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. So yeah, I mean, we was just sitting here talking, just seeing what's going on all around the world. It's going to carry on to the next year. Man, it was just, the conversation seemed like it'll never end, man. You know, talking about Venezuela, Nigeria, Syria bombings, Ukraine, Israel, all of the stuff that's going on right now is carrying over into the next year. And all it's going to do is get better for them, or better for us and worse for them. All right? So without further ado, we can get Isaiah 33.
This is Isaiah chapter 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Yeah, so right now, United States is just going around, just, excuse my language, fucking everything up. All right? And if they not directly doing it, they handing the weapons off to the people that's doing it.
That's right.
All right? They supplying Israel, the Israelis with weapons. They supplying the Ukrainians with weapons. And it's been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So now you're going to have, I believe Putin is trying to get weapons. Putin of China was trying to get weapons to Venezuela. Forgot which one was it.
Honestly, I think both, because actually China and Russia is in Venezuela. That's why the United States is so interested in that country right now.
So yeah, man, it's pretty much World War III right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then China is fighting over Taiwan right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just all out chaos right now.
Yep. I'm gonna get that Matthew real quick, and then we can go back to that if you don't mind. The wars and rumors of wars. Might as well get it. Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 4. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Which we're going to get back to that too in this lesson. Verse 6, it says, he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You got it, bro.
Yeah, so hey, we hearing the wars and rumors of wars. That's been going on for a minute. Now the real thing really about to hit, man. You know, through the spirit, we really think that it's really, everything is about to really speed up and get more intense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In that same chapter, it says the Lord is gonna speed up the days, roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah.
You know, because if we keep going like this, man, and the Lord don't come back soon, it ain't gonna be nobody here. As a matter of fact, Putin said that in a speech. He said, once we get involved with this war, he said pretty much, he said ain't gonna be nobody left.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord got plans, man. He gonna save his elect.
That's right.
He gonna destroy these heathens and their armies, but he gonna save the elect out of all this chaos.
I appreciate that. This is Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat,
Yeah.
and will plead with them there for my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
kind of beautiful, the water. Yeah, and the Lord he's getting ready to send the all these nations over there to that area, you know, around the Euphrates, between the Euphrates and the Red River. I mean the Red Sea.
Red Sea, yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, can you get
Joel 2.
Joel 2:20?
Yep, I'll do it right now. Slack.
Yeah, man. I mean, for you to really be thinking that we in a time of safety and peace, just like these damn monks was, you know, walking 2,300 miles through the hood, man. They that's a distraction, man.
Yeah.
This is a time of war, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it ain't time for peace right now. Everybody need to prepare themselves for war, not against your. I mean, as a matter of fact, it's gonna be neighbor against neighbor, city against city.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be all-out war. So I can't even say it's gonna be peace anywhere.
Yeah.
You need to make peace with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Yahweh Shai said too, right? He says, I will not bring peace, but a sword.
Right.
You know, and that, just like you're saying, that encompasses everybody.
Yeah.
Heathens, heathen families, Israelite families. You know, like we're in Matthew 24. It says the next verse after what I read says, nation shall rise against nation, like you know, the brother just mentioned. You know, so there's gonna be peace nowhere. You know, it's gonna be hectic. It's gonna be chaos everywhere. And like we've already been saying in the inception of this lesson, it's already been like that for so long. You know what I'm saying? It's already been like that for so long. You know, you even see it with that after the Jake Paul fight. You know, with Anthony Joshua getting into that wreck. Man, we all know what's up.
Yeah.
We all know what's up. Anthony Joshua was supposed to take a flop. Esau just mad. You know, ain't no coincidence. There's no such thing. Ain't no coincidence. But we see it. You know, it ain't gonna be no peace between Esau and Jacob.
No.
Ever. So there's always gonna be friction in the world. As long as these two nations are still on the planet Earth, and I say it now, and I say that, as long as these two nations, the Israelites and the Edomites, are on the planet Earth, there will be no peace.
Ain't no space for both of us.
Yeah, ain't no space for the both. That's why one of us gotta go. And it ain't gonna be the Israelites. According to the scriptures, the Edomites have to go. They have to leave. They're a virus. You know, they're infecting the entire world. And all the other 17 nations, well, all 18 nations, because he hurts his own self. You know, one of them gotta go. So I'm gonna get this for the brother. I know you want Joel 2:20, but we're gonna start at 18 because we gotta read 18 on down to 20 because it's good. So this is Joel 2:18. It says, "Then will the Lord be jealous for his land." You see, what is that? I think it was in Galatians or Ephesians where it says, "And Jerusalem's the mother of us all." That's the land that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai wants back and wants to set us in. So yes, it's his property. How would you feel? You know, like prime example, a lot of people go coyote hunting or hog hunting on their land because coyotes and hogs are considered invasive creatures. And they populate like rabbits, and they will destroy your crop. They'll hunt your livestock if you let coyotes run free. Wild hogs will destroy your land and then populate like rats. So they actually hire people to come on their land and hunt them down and get rid of them. Those are Edomites.
Hey, can I real quick?
You got it.
Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. It says, "Therefore, thus said the Lord power, Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy, I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession."
All of who?
All of Idumea.
And it said what before that? The heathen?
It says, "I have spoken against the residue of the heathen."
Okay, so stop telling me that the heathens can be saved. He is speaking against the heathens. This doesn't sound like a salvation scripture for the heathens. You see what I'm saying? We could find hundreds upon hundreds of scriptures and verses and books about salvation for the Israelites.
Right.
But all I hear for the heathens is y'all are a drop of a bucket. Y'all are at spittle hearing this. He wants nothing to do with y'all because y'all took a land, and he's jealous about it. All right? The Proverbs tells you about a jealous man. You know? Go ahead. You got it, bro.
A little bit more 11 says, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Yeah, man. So hey, the Lord is the Lord is highly pissed at you heathens, man.
Yeah.
All right, and he's about to start showing how angry he is.
Yep.
He's showing how angry he is. All right, with the Lord's fury and the wrath that's coming, along with the brothers, you know, the prophets, you know, praying to the Most High, you know, and also putting up those curses.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we very well see that everything's working and it's in perfect order right now. Like it's literally war everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
If it ain't started, it's about to start.
Right.
Good.
You got it.
What do you? How should I say? Before I come back, shall it not be kindled?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
should not fire not be already started?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's already gonna be. It's already starting right now. You know, you look at wildfires in California. How do they start? By a simple ember, an ember flame somewhere in the middle of whatever, and then it's a big shebang after that, and it's hard to stop. You know, which is called momentum. You know, but I'm gonna keep going on that Joel 2 for you. Joel 2, great precept, because that goes exactly with this. Joel 2:18. Then will the Lord be jealous for his land? And we've already established that, what his land was. It says, and pity his people. His people. Pity. Matter of fact, what's that word pity, real quick, in the blue letter? All right, let's see what that word pity is in Joel 2:18. Because people get the word pity misconstrued as well. All right, Hamal. In the Hebrew, it says to spare, have compassion on. All right, because the scriptures say what in Psalms, that we're the apple of the Lord's eye. Okay, so of course he's gonna have compassion towards us, and he's gonna spare the elect. All right, when it says his people, man, really that his is going into the elect. But at the end of the day, the scriptures say all Israel shall be saved. It's just the manner of which you're going to be saved. Verse 19, it says, yeah, the Lord will answer and say unto his people. Again, his people.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that girl that came up? Like, you got to read the Bible in context
Yeah.
to understand who the Bible is speaking about.
Right.
It establishes all of this in the book of Genesis. You will get the context of the matter if you just read the book of Genesis. And then you understand what this book is fully about. And then you will understand the pronouns going on therefore.
Mm-hmm.
It says, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. The corn, the wine, the oil, pretty much is this truth, man. You know, he's going to put the sinews back on us like it is in Ezekiel.
Yep.
You know, he's going to pour that water in us and give us the breath of life. You know, and that's what happened, starting all the way back in 1969.
Yes, sir.
Verse 20, you got it, Shalom.
Okay.
Verse 20, it says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and I will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
Man, and you know what? It's gonna be what it's called when they start collecting people that's of age. Draft. Man, there's gonna be a lot of you niggas gonna get drafted over there too, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, you're gonna be part of that Northern Army that's gonna have to go over there to Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
All right, continue on.
Come on. And I will drive them into a land barren and desolate. All right. With his face toward the east sea,
Mm-hmm.
and his hinder part toward the utmost sea.
All right, the utmost sea is the Red Sea,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the other side you got the Euphrates River. That's the East Sea.
That's right.
All right, and right in between you got Saudi Arabia. That's where all hell gonna break loose. That's where your Howard Shai gonna meet you niggas and gonna smoke y'all ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All that Middle East,
Yeah.
you just read Joel 3, right?
Mhm.
He said the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat in the Hebrew, which means the valley of decision. And he said he shall plead with thee. You know, all this goes back to court. Y'all going to court, it's going to be a physical court.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things.
Jeez, man, and that's, hey, man, that's talking about those signs being reached up to the heavens. All right, like Esau, you have done too much. You have done the most, man, and you still, and this devil really like you man. Revelations 12:12, there should come down with great wrath. Man, we can see how this devil is gonna ramp up.
Yeah.
Like they really own one right now.
Yeah.
They really own one. They going after you Israelites, and they going after they fellow heathens.
Yeah.
All right. The difference is you heathens are gonna get destroyed. All your armies. You know, thus says the Lord. Isaiah 34. We probably get that too.
Uncle Kushar, can I finish off this Isaiah 33?
Go ahead.
I'll just start it over.
Go ahead.
But it said, Isaiah 33:1, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Man, hey, that don't sound like salvation to me, man. All right.
Sound like
So,
payback.
hey, yeah, man, Yahweh Shah gonna come back. Actually, the Lord, what's that? Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like he really gonna turn y'all hearts. He's gonna harden y'all hearts like he did Pharaoh. And it's just gonna be that time for war, man. All right. And then once you really be like, all right, you know, well, we about to get messed up. Let's deal with them wisely. And that's when you gonna get dealt with. Thus says the scripture. All right, all you Edomites, Putin too, you know, Russia, you and y'all. Then we counting on y'all. We counting on y'all to go ahead and make a move, man. But still, you know, it's prophecy. But y'all are heathens too, man. Y'all are Edomites too. Lord gonna deal with you too. All right.
All we're seeing right now with this, you know, you gotta read Genesis the 36th chapter, you know, with Esau's descendants. All these are just the dukes of Edom fighting. You know, when you read all the dukes in that chapter, you know, you will kind of understand because matter of fact, let me go to it real quick because it mentions, you know, small hats in there and everybody else. I'm still studying it to link up who everybody is, but when you go into Edomite history, you know, I'm watching this show with my rib called I think Elizabeth or Queen, something like that, you know, and it pretty much is a document, like a biography about Queen Elizabeth, and you can see how they operate in their when they were, you know, in their royal times or whatever, you know, a lot of incest, a lot of backstabbing and turning. When you go read Second Ezra's the 11th and 12th chapter, you know, especially 11th chapter, it talks about the year of the three kings with Galba, Otho, and Vitellius. All they was doing is just murking one another. You know what I'm saying? Esau is just devilish and very very bloody towards their own kind, you know. But yeah, if you go read here in Genesis 36, I just want to get to a point.
That reminds me of that word you said one time in the video, sanguineous.
Sanguineous, that means bloodthirsty.
Esau's a
Sanguineous person. Yep. Because when you go all the way, when you start at like verse 12 of Genesis 36, it starts going into the Dukes of Edom, you know, and on down. You know, you learn that lineage
Oh yeah, yeah.
because you need to learn who your enemy is. Just like Esau be studying us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2026 is going to be another year that we see more of a downfall of these Edomites too, and they're going to get way more desperate. And then this MOTB is going to hit. You know, this
Yeah.
MOTB going to hit. You know, you wanted Isaiah 34?
Yeah, I got that on deck.
Okay, we go to it.
I'm still in Matthew 34.
Did you finish that 33?
Con.
Good.
I just started at verse 1. Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people.
And the Lord is, this is when the Lord is dealing with you other nations. All right? Ain't really too many scriptures in this Bible directly towards you heathens. But this is directed towards you heathens. And it's not a good message. Tell you on.
It says, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
And that word indignation, I believe that's a righteous judgment.
Righteous anger, yeah.
Righteous anger. Yeah, it's a righteous anger that the Lord is going to deal with you, how harshly he's going to deal with you. Because all you, really, the only reason why you have your own lands right now is because we're being punished.
Yeah.
We're up under the curses. Other than that, there's really no need for you other than slavery.
Right.
But you gotta, they're not gonna understand that. All right, the Lord's gonna have to beat it into them, and He gonna beat it into them by destroying their power. Continue on.
It says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Man, yep, the mountains represents the governments. So once these armies get destroyed, the government's gonna fall. You ain't gonna have no power. What type of troops you gonna send out in the streets? It ain't gonna be no troops. It's gonna be every man for himself at that point.
Yep.
Yep, it won't be well into Jacob's trouble at that point, man. But yeah, the Lord has to destroy your armies. He has to, because it ain't gonna be, man, when the kingdom of heaven is established, you other nations, it ain't gonna be no other power but Israel.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. It has to happen. So if you thinking about joining the army right now, that's not a good idea, man.
Oh, can you reread verse 2?
Come on. Isaiah 34 and 2, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, just wanted to pinpoint something in there when you're reading this and studying it. Verse 2 is it's mentioned it almost in past tense. So therefore, what it's saying is that this has already happened. So you know this is a prophecy because it said destroyed. Not I'm going to destroy you. No, they're already destroyed. All right. So this is something that's got to be played out. This is, I always say it, when we read the scriptures, everything that how we operate in our life, everything that we do in the past or in the present, in the future to come, we've already done it because the scriptures have already written it. You know,
Yeah.
we're just playing it out. We always mention it like that. That's why another thing I always say, time really don't exist. To Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, time don't exist. He only created time for a measuring stick, and that's how we understand how he's gonna come back. And the real time is prophecy. That's real time, not no fucking it's 8:52 on a fucking Wednesday on New Year's Eve on the 31st of December. That's not telling time. Telling time is prophecy. All right, which prophecy means to say before. All right, pro meaning before, emphasize meaning to speak or to say. All right, so that's actually telling time. So what it's saying right here is that this already happened.
Yeah.
You know, it says I have destroyed, past tense. I mean, this is done. It's done. It's set in the works. No way around it. You know, you got it, bro.
I got a quick one.
You
if
got
you don't mind. Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 26. It says, "Who had declared from the beginning that we may know, and before time that we may say he is righteous, and there is none showeth, yea, there is none that declareth, yea, there is none that heareth your words."
Right. So
yeah,
read the first part. That's a great precept. Read that again.
it says Isaiah 41 and 26, who had declared from the beginning.
Who had declared from the beginning, and we know what the scriptures say about beginning and end. For better is the end of the thing than the beginning. Because in the beginning, it's spoken, but in the end of it, the actions have transpired. You see what I'm saying? We, you know, I'm watching a show called Stranger Things. This shit was written years ago, and we're just now watching the aftermath of it play out, and it's better, you know, than it just being in writing. Because also too, when you think about movies, there's always a writer, you know, and stuff like that. You have to write out the movie. So when you write the movie, nobody knows that you're writing the movie, which makes the writings a mystery. That's why the scriptures say, "I have revealed my mysteries unto the saints," just loosely paraphrasing. The script was already written, and everybody majority of people on planet Earth don't know what the fuck it's talking about.
Yeah.
So it's a mystery. So they don't understand the book until it gets played out. And that's prophecy. Then people are going to understand when 200 million missiles are flying over their head. Then people are going to understand when there's a fathership, and you know, hovering over them, beaming people up and beaming people down. You know. Then people are going to understand when, like you mentioned, when they get drafted to go over to the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
MOTB.
When they're playing the script out,
Yeah.
then it's going to click. Oh, but it's going to be way too late. So when a writer is writing out a script of a movie, it's a mystery to the masses of the people because they don't even know he's fucking writing it. They don't even know when he's done writing it. When he's done writing it, he has to find the right actors. Then you have to do a rehearsal. Who's going to act in? Who's going to be my main character? Who's going to be the protagonist? Who's going to be the antagonist? You see what I'm saying? Then, okay, cool. Then we start filming. Then we put it out to everybody. You see, right. A movie. We just see the Equalizer 4 or something coming out. We get the trailer of it, but it's already been written.
Yeah.
The casting, the casting has already been done. They picked the characters that they wanted to be, you know, to star in the movie.
Yeah.
It's already been filmed. That's why they sent out a trailer, and then they're doing the build-up process to get it into the movie theaters for people. They want people to watch the trailer and be excited for it for when it comes out in the movies. It's already done, and then they put it there, and then people watch it, and then they're like, "Oh, now I know what the writing is. Now I know what the mystery. Now I know what this is." That's exactly what's going to happen to the majority of these people. Only people who really know what this writing is talking about is the elite of Israel and the elite of the Edomites. That's all this is about. Fuck everybody else. Heathen's not going to be saved. We don't care about the heathens. The Lord don't care about them. It's about the elite of the Israelites and the elite of the Edomites. And both of them are gonna clash at the very end. Because the elite of the Israelites are Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sending his son back, Yahushai, beaming up his elect. Those are the elites of the Israelites. And then you got the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilts, the DuPonts, and all them crusty old white people that are gonna send missiles and do all this shit, try to hip everybody. Those are the elites of the Edomites who are exercising their blessing that the Lord gave them all the way. Isaac, so I'm not misspeaking, that the Lord gave him. Yahushai gave Esau, Yahushai gave you your blessing because he was Isaac. Don't you think he understands or understood all the way back when he was Isaac what he was doing? This was all premeditated. You're in a trick bag, bro.
Yeah.
You're in a trick bag. Fucking stupid.
I got a scripture for. Was you had some more on that?
No. I was looking right back in Isaiah 34. So lucky for being long-winded.
If I can get this precept real quick.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Yep.
It's not going to wait, you know. Again, the way we perceive time is extremely different than how Yahweh Bashim Yahushai created it. We only perceive the creation. The Lord is above the creation. So time, sometimes you gotta think that shit just don't exist, bro. You know, and if you get all, you know, a lot of people try to get into time and they bug themselves out because you gotta understand it really don't exist. Only the way you tell time is through prophecy. Fuck clocking into work. Oh, I'm late. That ain't time. That's not time. Okay? When the scriptures tell you to seek the Lord 10 times more, there's a certain time limit of what you have to do to seek him more, and the way you tell that time is through prophecy, not through a fucking watch or your clock on your phone or a stopwatch or the calendar, so-called calendar that we have today. That way, that's why we say so-called 2026, so-called December. It's not real. In the scriptures, it says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, so on and so forth. That's what the scripture, Sabbath day, and then the moon. Okay? That's how you tell time. All right? Not how we perceive time in this eon, age. All right? That's another form of time. What age are you in? No, let's not even get into reincarnation. You know? Not even get into resurrection. Because a lot of you people are going to be resurrected to see Yahweh Shai come back. All right? And that's a form of time. You coming back in the same age. Man, this is over people's head. That's why y'all can't understand the scriptures. It's a spiritual power of what we're doing right now on this live stream and what thousands of other brothers are doing across the world right now on these live streams in the spirit. That is spiritual power. You know? You got it, bro. Reread it.
Come. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Or actually, I was going to get verse 2.
Okay.
And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Yeah, for all you people who have such an issue. That book was written by man. No shit, Sherlock. What book on this planet Earth wasn't written by man? Stupid. Oh, I studied psychology. Well, what fucking psychology book did you read? Right. Tell me who the author is on that book. A fucking man. So don't sit here and give me the same bull crap. Oh, I don't believe it because it was written by man. You big dummy. The intricacies and the stuff written in the codes written in your phone was written by man. Shut up. The biggest difference between all of that, when you study psychology and you study trigonometry and you study all these other bullshit that you learn in these dumb universities, all of it was written by man. The difference is, reread verse 2 again. I'm going to show you what the difference is.
Habakkuk 2 and 2, and the Lord Yahweh answered me.
That's the difference.
That's the difference right there.
Okay? That's the difference. This is coming from a divine entity. Whatever you're reading is coming from simply a man.
Right.
Psalm 9 and 20. Let them know that they just be men. Selah. Selah means ponder. Yeah, think about that. All right? And think about where we're getting this from. We're getting this from a divine power. That's the biggest difference, which you still can't understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
That's why we're so confident with these words, because we know it's not lying. That's why we can sit here and name this lesson things to come in 2026, because we can prophesy right now things that are going to come in 2026, and it's going to happen.
If I could say, years ago, it was prophesied that it'd be all-out war. It's going on now.
Yeah.
I mean, who's wrong? You people are wrong.
You
Yeah.
Thinking that, ain't none of this stuff gonna happen. Thinking that we just talking. Thinking that we just doing this for fun. Doing this for vainglory. No, we telling you people what's about to happen.
Right.
So you can get your shit together.
Mhm.
All right? It's about to be bad. It's about to be worse than bad, the worst time ever on the planet.
Mhm.
You think we just doing this just for the hell of it? No, we doing this because we fear the Lord. And we know what's coming. And this is love.
Yeah.
We showing you people love. Not you heathens. We telling y'all going into slavery, man. But our people, if you don't abide by what the Lord wants you to do, you're gonna get caught up in that lake of fire. Can I get something real quick? Excuse my voice going back out. It says, this is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 16. It says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. That's why we trying our best to do what's pleasing to the Lord. That's why we call ourselves the servants of the Lord. We prophesy. We let you know what the Lord is about to do. All right? These wars are not just going to go away. These missiles are not just going to get, they're not just going to turn the missiles into something else and turn it into a nuclear power plant. No, these nukes are going to get shot. All right?
Yep.
These armies are going to get destroyed. These other nations are going to get destroyed. And it's not going to stop until all prophecy is fulfilled, man. And if you really go deep into prophecy, man, I can't even really put emphasis on how fucked up it's about to be.
Yeah.
Like, you people really think that, you see some monks crying, walking down the street, and you start shedding tears and crying, oh, we need to do this for peace. It ain't about that, man. You need to get yourself straight. All right? A lot of these people, a lot of the women that was out there crying, doing all that shit, they committed adultery the same night.
Right.
All right?
Crazy, bro.
We're trying to tell you, man, you really need to start studying this law. You really need to listen to the prophets and just pray. We not even we hoping we hoping that we part of the elect.
Right.
We ain't got it. We not on a chariot right now. We hoping that the Lord save us. We prisoners of hope.
Right.
All right. But yeah, you got it. Whatever you was reading.
That was pretty. Well, we can continue on in Isaiah 34.
God.
Isaiah 34 and 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah, so we gotta break that down. Because it says all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. If you just read that at face value, you're like, oh, well, heaven's gonna be no. Matter of fact, go to Revelation 12 because I know
did.
Shalom. You mentioned it earlier. So we have to link this up with Revelation 12 when 12 and 7. I want to say with Michael.
Yep. Hey, I was just about to mention when Yahushua says, "I beheld Satan fall as from lightning
Oh,
from
yeah,
heaven."
that's another thing that's misconstrued with these people.
But I have that Revelation 12 and 7.
Whoever wants to read it,
I got it.
you got it.
Revelations 12 and verse 7. And there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yep. And Michael, his name means who is like the Most High. And it said is fought against the dragon. And the dragon is pretty much this dirty ass system. Okay, especially ran by these Edomites. Okay, go ahead.
And the dragon fought and his angels against the dragon.
Right. So a lot of Christians paint this as a fairy tale. Like angels out here fighting fucking, a dragon from Game of Thrones and shit.
Damn, naked babies with wings, with bow and arrows and shit.
Looking like cute.
Fighting demons. Oh, man.
At the end of the arrows, a little heart. We kill him with love. No, nigga. You know, that's all a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And obviously, like Yahweh Shai said to, you know, the people, have ye not read? Have ye not read? What angel's description is mentioned in Ezekiel, the first chapter. That's what an angel looks like. And there's so many accounts when an angel popped up. You can go back to the book of Judges. When an angel popped up to Samson's.
Mother. She said he was terrible.
Exactly. It's terrible, you know, which is the only way she could describe it. All right.
Yeah.
So what makes you think it's just, you know, some baby with a leaf covering his junk? What the fuck going on, man? You know, you got it. And so pretty much we understand Michael is one of the archangels. One of the 7 archangels. I know only 4 of them are really mentioned, but one of the 7 archangels that is fighting against these Edomites, and it says the dragon and his angels, right?
Yep.
All right, so hold that right there. Go back, where are you? Verse 4 or 5?
4.
Read verse 4.
Isaiah 34:4, and all the host of heaven
Yep.
shall be dissolved.
Okay, now the host is the armies. The host means armies of heavens. All right, so we're gonna get understanding of that word heaven. We're gonna break down that heaven in Revelation 12. Keep reading. In Revelation 12.
Verse 8, it says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
There you go. You see, neither was their place found any more in heaven. When you go into that word heaven in Revelation 12 and 8, it's Uranos, which means the vaulted expanse of the sky. So everything that we're reading in Revelation 12 and 7 and 8 is going to be something that is going to be visible to the naked eye. So it's not talking about in the heavens and in the other dimension, that realm. It's talking about you walk your ass outside right now and look up. Heavens. It's talking about that firmament. It's talking about the sky, the actual sky, the blue sky that you see every day. Sun shining, moon glowing. That's the sky that Revelation 12 is talking about. That is the sky that Isaiah 34 is talking about. So when we're reading Isaiah 34 and Revelation 12, this is something you're going to see with your bare, naked eyeballs. You're going to see that in the sky. You're going to see the archangel, Michael, fighting in his chariots. You're going to see these F-35 fighter jets, F-15 fighter jets, you know, A-10 Thunderbolts fighting in the sky. These Apache helicopters, you're going to see them fighting in the sky. The best description of that is Independence Day. In that movie Independence Day, they was fighting these aliens in the sky. You're going to physically see that. This is what the scriptures talk about. So let's go back to Isaiah 34.
Isaiah 34:4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
So who's that host of heaven that's going to be dissolved? Damn sure ain't the chariots.
No.
The scripture already has established it in the first verse, right? Come near, all ye nations.
Yeah.
Those armies or hosts that are going to be dissolved in that sky, those are other nations. Russian fighter jets, I think they're called like SU something. Chinese fighter jets, Taiwanese fighter jets, Japanese fighter jets, going to be trying to do kamikazes and shit to some chariots and hit a goddamn force field.
Yeah, I think it smokes, bro.
Get destroyed. Iranian fighter jets, Israeli fighter jets. Africa probably don't even got jets. Got fucking rocks and spears. I'm just talking crap. You know, all of these fighter jets from all these nations, because we heard what Ronald Reagan said, right?
Yeah.
So they are going to link up and try to fight.
That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, Isaiah 34:4, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
You break that down.
That's talking about that mushroom cloud from the thermonuclear missiles. Looks like a scroll. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree, going to those warheads.
Going into the warheads.
Yep.
See?
And then, well, continuing on in verse 5, it gets more specific with who that judgment is for. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." Which Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. So this is letting you know that this judgment is definitely going to be, well, particularly for Edom,
Yeah.
which we know that's going to be in the land of America, which is the modern day Basra.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what links with this, Idumea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the chief place of Edom is America. And when America gets taken down, that's going to be all of the Edomite power structure going down with it.
Cooked. Coming,
Yep,
hopefully in 2026.
Hopefully.
You know,
yep.
hopefully in 2026. But we're still confident in saying that it will happen, and it is coming. You know, it is coming.
I got a more of a description of the missiles and the mushroom clouds mentioned here in second Esdras. What's this? 15 and 40. It basically it describes a mushroom cloud. It says second Esdras 15 and 40. It says, "The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star." That's going into the missiles. All right, and that cloud is talking about mushroom clouds. And if you ever seen when those things get detonated, like that cloud really looks terrible. It got different colors all in it, and it's just a big fireball, and then it's just like the brightest light, brighter than anything else. Like the men that when Oppenheimer first detonated that nuke, they tried to cover their eyes and use their hand. They could see through everything. They could see through their eyelids. They could see through their hands and everything, man.
Wow.
That's how powerful that light is. And it says, verse 41, "Fire and hail and flying swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, all rivers with the abundance of great waters." All right. But I wanted to get this in verse 42. It says, "And they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn." So yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing left, man. Like when these things hit, it's just gonna man, that's one missile. America about to get 200 million, man, warheads.
Crazy.
Override.
Crazy.
It's gonna be overkill.
Yeah.
This place ain't gonna never be able to come back, ever.
That's why I said it's going to be memorial.
Right.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, I like that word you use, overkill, because people just take the Lord as a joke, but this anger is about to come on a whole nother level, and it's going to be overkill. Like we see those examples in the scriptures, that once the Lord do make His move,
Solely.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Then they're going to understand.
Mhm.
Then they're going to understand. Once their torments are brought from among, right to their face, and, all of that, then they're going to understand. Like it says in Ezekiel 33 and 30, then they're going to understand that a prophet have been among them. Probably people click over this lesson, live streams that apostles do, all these things, click over it, whatever. I'm going to watch Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get hit with that shit, then their life is going to flash before their eyes, and all that the Lord is going to flash before them is when all the times they encounter the prophets. Every single time.
As a matter of fact, I got something real quick.
And while that brother's finding that, I'm going to say this too, because we're coming into this next year. For you, something's about to happen to the circumcision too. Something about to happen to the circumcision. And I'm talking about the circumcision of the Israelites who know who they are, but yet are still doing the wrong things. And I'm not just talking about these other camps. I'm talking about individuals who may not even be in a camp, who just know You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who just know, but you still out there fucking off.
You just chose not. You chose not to abide by the Lord.
By the Lord, that's it.
You purposely did it.
We're not sitting here strangling men walking across, by the camp and we perceive they're Israelites and we're strangling them, forcing them into camp. We ain't forcing you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have understanding of the 1/3 and the peaceful multitude, things of that nature, you know. But there's some individuals out there, you just, still out here doing that shit. There's firecrackers and shit going on. Still, probably celebrated your Thanksgiving and your Christmas and shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you Israel. But you sit down and read the book of Exodus and Leviticus, you read the Torah, and you understand what our customs are. And fuck Christmas, we have a week-long celebration.
Yeah.
Right.
The Feast of Tabernacles.
Yep.
You're supposed to be jolly. You're supposed to be festive, Salakia. You're supposed to be festive for a whole fucking week. That sounds fun as hell, doesn't it?
Right, yeah.
You're just having a good old time in the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Day of Atonement. Who wouldn't want a day where everything is winked at?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas need more than one wink. Y'all need 365 winks
Damn.
a year. And as crazy as the Lord is not doing it for you, because you're not coming to Him. So in 2026, a lot of you Israelites are going to get fucked up. Okay? Because the scriptures say that the Lord is going to start with the house of Israel first, then the heathens.
Mm-hmm.
The 2/3 of Israel are heathens. Y'all are considered heathens. I'm going to even take it there, man. With all these other camps saying heathens can be saved. Nigga, 2/3 of us ain't even going to get.
Right.
2/3 of us ain't even going to get. So what the fuck you talking about heathens going to be saved?
Crazy word.
2/3 of Israel going to get burnt. Going to get dealt with. So what are you talking about? Heathens are going to be. What, nigga? What?
Yeah.
And still, those 2/3 that are going to get burnt up are still going to come back in the kingdom and live forever. And live good as fuck. And you telling me that a heathen's going to skip that judgment?
No.
Yeah, that's wild word. You got your precept, bro.
Come. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 11. It says, "And they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty,
See? Go ahead, you got it.
and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain." Man, that's a really scary. That scripture put fear in me, man.
Yeah.
Death by pain. You're not gonna die in your sleep.
Right.
Overkill.
You're gonna be part of that overkill.
Man.
It's mentioned in Isaiah, say you're gonna be a fuel for the fire.
Right.
You know how fat flames up a fire when you grilling.
Yeah.
That fat, a lot of you fat motherfuckers gonna just pop. And there's a lot of overweight people in the United States too. There's gonna be a lot of little pops going on.
Right. Mini explosions, y'all fat asses. All that gas inside of you and shit.
Right.
It's got a whole bunch of shit inside of you. You need to take a shit. Alright? Real shit. You need to take a shit. You need to cleanse your small intestines, nigga.
Right.
Real talk. No, because if you do a cleanse and get that shit out of you, your mind's not gonna be so damn cloudy.
Right.
You ain't gonna have so many parasites in your fucking mind to where you can't understand this truth. But you don't want to be sitting there and be a fat ass in America. Like the brother said, it's like gonna be like that fat dripping off the grill. You know how you hear it? You got all that shit in your intestines, man. You unhealthy. And still, when you're getting cooked, it's going to be a nasty fucking smell to the Lord. Because it's wickedness. It's not going to be a sweet savor. Because all the bullcrap that you've been doing, man, that's to you Israelites. So in 2026, a lot of you Israelites are going to get dealt with, man. We saw not even a glimpse. We saw a good chunk of that in 2025 with a few camps, And you have some other ones, Genesis and shit, coming out at the beginning of new niggas. Y'all gonna get dealt with. And it was crazy. Was we understand the prophecies. There's still time, bro. There's still time to repent. Do I think you're gonna do it? No, but who knows? The Lord is powerful. He could turn you. And whoever's in these other perspective or whatever camps, you know, and you on the edge, man, just jump. Come to the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Your own salvation. Bishop Nathaniel ain't gonna get you saved. What you are doing on a day-to-day basis is what's gonna your predicament that you're in, that you control, is what's gonna get you saved or not. And if you're still fucking off with these incorrect doctrines, well, you're just gonna be fuel to the fire. And the scriptures say, in the lake of fire that shall burn forever. Forever is a time frame. We need to talk about time a little bit. So who knows how long you're going to be burning in there? From the outside looking in, you know, your spirit could be, you know, missiles come, boom. Your spirit could be in and out that thing. But how it feels to you,
man.
How it feels to you, just like it says in what's that, Sirach, the 19th chapter, I want to say, where it talks about eternity. Eternity is like a drop in the ocean. 1,000 years is like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
And 1,000 years is like a grain of sand.
Wow.
Pretty much to the land.
Yeah.
The land is, you know, I always compare it to like go to the beach and go to Miami. You see some ass and shit. You go to Miami and you look at Miami Beach and you pick up Miami Beach's eternity, and you pick up a grain, which sometimes a grain of sand is microscopic. Pick up a grain of sand and put it in your hand. That is 1,000 years.
Crazy word.
Your ass could be. That's how it could feel to you in the lake of fire.
And nobody can deliver you out of the Lord's hand.
Nobody. Because again, like we said in the beginning, when we talked about Joel 3, I shall plead. It's court. So in the lake of fire, it's court. You're being judged in the lake of fire, and best believe, like the scriptures say, the Spirit of the Lord is going to be in that fire and in those missiles, right? So when you burning in there, the Lord's going to be questioning you. That's going to be you being brought to the stand, burning and being tormented, and the Lord's going to be like, okay, so pulling out the rap sheet of bullshit you've been doing while you, and he ain't going to stop until you answer. So as long as you ain't going to answer, as long as you're going to be in there. So why did you say this about Paul's writings not being reputable, or Paul saying this, that, and the third? Or why did you say John the Baptist was not a man of the Lord? He's just going to sit there and wait while you sitting there burning. Who knows how long that's going to take?
Yeah.
I burned my finger on the fucking stove trying to make some scrambled eggs, and I'm like, and then your finger bubble up. That's all on your going on in your body. You're talking about heat that is going to destroy elements, nigga. Yeah. Not just scrambled egg heat. Not just cooking, fucking hot dogs on the fucking grill heat. Bro, just like Charlemagne said, this sorry ass English language can't describe the veracity of what's about the intensity of this judgment. Like, this bastard ass tongue of English language can't describe it. Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew can barely describe, and that's the purest tongue. Paleo Hebrew can barely describe what's. Paul went to heaven and came back and couldn't describe heaven in Hebrew.
Man.
So how can I sit here and describe to you what Jacob's trouble is about to be like? All we gonna say, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad, bro. Yeah.
Was there more precept?
I had one.
We could probably close up here soon too.
I got a good closing one.
Yeah, okay, you can close it.
Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men
There you go.
that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, which we know Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And it says in the land, right? Which we know that the land speaks to Babylon the Great. It says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations, which, you know, we hope to be these men that are sighing and crying against Babylon. We're not with this place. We don't subscribe to the ways of this place. Hence why we're here right now, where fireworks going out.
Right.
You know, we ready to see this place collapse, man, and a righteous government be set up on the earth. Verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
This came from the Lord, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that loves everybody, right?
Right. Supposedly.
All right, good, yeah.
It says, and began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Begin at his sanctuary.
Mhm.
So it's good. 2026, bro. That's why Apostle Tahar deemed it that. You know, year of apostasy, and the year of what is
Sellouts.
it? Sellouts.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get touched.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Got to, bro.
y'all gonna get touched, bro. Some of y'all might get touched tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of bullets gonna be flying. A lot of these niggas out probably shooting.
Probably out here shooting.
Yeah.
While we're right now spiritually putting that blood on our doorposts.
Mm.
You think that's just during the time of Passover? No, we do that all the time, bro.
Right, yeah.
You should be doing it every day, putting that blood on the doorpost. That script shouldn't come up one time a year for you. Shit, we reading it right now. We reading Exodus right now, as a camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the end of December. What? Passover until what? March, April time frame?
Yeah.
I gotta look at the calendar again. I know Bishop just posted, but you know, we reading it again. That the spiritual blood on doorposts, that's every day for us, man. A lot of you who are preaching out here the wrong doctrine, saying absurd things. The Lord sees a clean ass doorpost with no blood on no blood on it, because that blood is when you read Exodus, that blood is signified as Yahweh's blood. Okay, because he spilt his blood for Israel to be saved. Okay, what the scriptures tell we're covered by his blood. All right, so we're putting that blood on our doorposts, saying that we're covered. We have that blood covering us. You others, man, you out here preaching the wrong doctrine. What you're telling me, and I'm truly offended in it, what you're telling me is Yahweh's sacrifice was null and void. So you know what, man? Fuck you. So in 2026, we gonna see something.
Right.
You know? You got it, bro. And we can close on this, man.
Good. Revelations 21. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars.
Wow.
He say liars for the last thing, man. Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So yeah, man. Hey, that's the judgment for you people, man. That lake of fire, and just like the brother was going into, the Lord gonna be judging you in that fire, and you gonna feel it for a long time, man. It ain't gonna just be no regular like you get caught in a house fire. This is, bro, you're not gonna have any skin. Your flesh gonna be falling off your bones, and you still gonna be feeling it. That's a terrible judgment. We don't want part of that.
Your flesh gonna fall off, and then the only thing that's gonna be left is your spirit, and your spirit gonna feel it.
Right.
because your spirit is an energy, and that fire is gonna melt everything, all elements, all energies, everything. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
No.
You can close it out.
So, hey, Lord willing, that was edifying, you know. As we go into this new year, hold fast to the faith, you know, be thankful for the gift of faith and the fear of the Lord, because that's why a lot of these men don't really take this seriously, but they're going to have to find out the hard way. But Lord willing, that was edifying. We're going to close it out, giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
Once again, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. A peace, love, and salutations to you, hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.